Hey, you. Hey. You gotta put away your toy. We gotta get ready for the new Just Our Imagination. Ready? Okay, so we have party hat and a wire basket from Dollar Tree and book pages, okay? So start thinking. Exactly. All right. We'll be back. So, babe, what do we have?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Oh, well, so much for that.
4 for Pedro?
No. No, I'm sorry. I'm not a Napoleon Dynamite fan. No. No. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Just Our Imagination, hosted by Kathy Joe DIYs, Rustic and Lace DIYs, and our guest host this month is Craft Crumbs. And we're going to get right into it. Project number 1. So, we had 3 must-use items, of course, like we always do. And this month's must-use items were a party hat, book pages, and a wire basket. I'm starting off here by cutting a sock in half, pretty much right where the heel is, and we're going to make a little gnome. I'm filling that bottom of that sock up with some rice, and we're going to stuff the rest of it with some polyfill. So it's usually my typical no-sew gnomes. You guys have been on my channel any length of time, you've seen me do this. Just my go-to. They are fun to make, and I have sold quite a few of them on Facebook Marketplace, so if you think you can pull it off, go for it. They're actually quite fun, and you can make all different kinds of styles of them. I do tie it off with a rubber band, and then I also tie it off with some jute twine on top of that, just to make it more of a permanent hold, to more sturdy, because rubber bands tend to dry rot over time, and you want to make sure that it's going to stay, especially if you're going to sell them. I glue down my pre-cut beards. I do order these off of Etsy, but you can get fabric from Joann's or not Joann's. Joann's is gone. Sorry. Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Michael's, anything like that. You can get fur and you can cut your own. I've shown that on my channel before on how to do that. Glue that down, and then I'm going to glue down his hat in back. I don't glue down in front. We're just going to fold up the rim of where his hat is, where the hat is over the beard, and then I'm going to glue down a little bead, or in this matter, it's actually just a little ball. And we're going to place that right down in the middle of his little beard, and then we're going to push down the rim of his hat, right on top of that. And then we're going to stuff the rest of his hat up here, and then we're going to tie that off with another rubber band and some jute twine or ribbon. You can do ribbon as well on this, and I do believe I go with some ribbon. We are making a little Ladybug, so I added some Ladybug ribbon on top of his head. That's why I went with the red and black, kind of checkered. I figured with that sock it would kind of fit. We're going to take our clown party hat. It's not really a clown hat, it's party hat. And I'm going to roll it out, and I'm kind of going to make, this is kind of where our wings for and back is where I'm going to cut these. I basically am just making big petals in a way, and we're just going to make some of those. I had plans on using the party hat again in another project. I just didn't have time, and I didn't get to it. but I will have it again for next projects if I wanted to use it. This would work really well in any of my junk journaling and stuff like that. You can use this kind of cardboard contact paper in junk journaling for card making or anything like that. You can use the backing or whatever. Here I'm going in with some red apple barrel paint. I think this is like candy apple. I make 2 coats of red on this back page, and then I think I only do 1 coat, maybe 1.5 coats on this. I'm just want to make sure that they're nice and solid red colors that you can't tell that it was a party hat or whatever. And right here I'm just kind of measuring, because he kind of, with these being kind of hard on the bottom, it was making them sit forward, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be more of that they spread out in the back to make it look more like wings. So I was just kind of cutting them down to size to just try to make him, it's going to be kind of like a kickstand, if you want to be technical. But I wanted it to make it look like it wasn't going to make him push forward. He was going to sit up fine so you can see his face and everything. But I'm going to glue them right down to the back. I'm going to kind of tuck them underneath the hat just a tiny bit. And now we're going to grab some black felt out here, and I'm going to basically cut out a bunch of black circles. I cut out some little ones, some medium ones, some large ones, all kinds of different sizes. And now we're just going to glue these down on our little wings to make them into our little ladybug. And I thought it fit out perfect. Project number 2. You'll see more of our little ladybug dude in the final reveal. Here comes our book pages. If you guys don't know, I've been getting into a lot of junk journaling stuff, so this is right up my alley. I have a bunch of these punches that I got off of Whatnot. If you don't know that either, I also sell on Whatnot. Just a little shout out there. But this is basically a flower punch out, and I decided I was going to punch out a couple of flowers for our book pages here. And I'm just using a little pokey tool to kind of punch in the middle, just to kind of get to where what I want to, how I want them to lay, I guess, because I want all the petals to kind of be seen. And then once I get that done, I'm going to just stick a little pen or a little pin down in the middle of it. And I'm going to ink these all up with some of my my dioxide. I think it's like pink lipstick or something like that. I don't remember what the color is called, but it's kind of like a pinkish color. And now I'm going to take some of my art glitter glue, and we're going to kind of just glue down around that pin area, just to kind of get the inside of them to stick down, but not all the petals, because I still want it to fluff up a little. Now I took it out of the pen, and we're going to glue down a little spot in the center, and we're going to add our little center dot. Now I made a little flower. Now I'm going to rip up a couple of pages, and we're going to stick it down in our journal here. I'm going to kind of rip a couple of pieces and just stick them in the corners. And I am using a new glue stick that I just recently got off of Amazon. And I actually do really like them. They're Scotch glue sticks, and they're permanent, and they actually work very well. I was a stickler for my purple glue sticks, but I was having issues with some things sticking down. I really like these, to be honest, because they don't peel back up. I was having issues with some stuff peeling back up, and these actually do not do that. So, just a little FYI here. And I got a whole pack of them. I think there's like 24 that come in a pack or something like that. So here I'm just kind of gonna glue a couple more pieces down. I glue it to each corner. I glue one piece to each corner, basically. I wasn't sure where I was gonna go with this right away. I knew I wanted to make the flowers. I ended up making a second one off camera. You didn't really need to see me do that since you see me make the first one. Basically did the same thing. We're gonna add a different middle part. Once I did this, I wasn't quite, don't know if I was quite 100% on it. I think I would have liked it better if I would have done another one with the pink, but it is what it is. And then I grabbed out a couple of these books. These are cut and collage books. They just have a bunch of images and stuff in them. I have 3 of them. These are kind of spendy on Amazon, but I really like them. They're really nice. But you have basically any kind of images in the book. You can use them to tear, to cut, collage, all that stuff. The little fairy here, I decided to fussy cut her out. We're going to use her as our main element on our page here. But I wanted to make sure, I didn't like all the white background. And I wanted stuff to be around her. But I wanted our book pages to be known, because that's one of the main elements of this challenge. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to kind of just fill in with some of these extra pieces that we have from me cutting that fairy out. And I also have this one here with the balloons and stuff. We also cut this one out because I liked the style of it. We also have stuff for the background, so I cut it out for the background. So we're gonna kind of just piece together a couple of these little spots. Like I said, I wanted the book pages to be visible, so I'm kind of just folding where the book pages end, and we're gonna kind of just tear right there, right where the end of those meet, and then we're gonna glue this down once we get that all set. And now I'm gonna kind of fill in some of my other areas. I really liked this blue up here in the top. That one was probably my favorite piece that I laid down. And then this one here with the flowers. But I'm basically just filling in little areas along the pages that they're gonna flow with our image, but are also just kind of covering up the white of the background. To kind of give it a little bit more color and collage. That's the whole point of this collage. It's to decorate and to flow, but yet not look all cohesive, if that makes any sense. It's paper art, basically. And so this is kind of how I wanted the fairy to kind of look in here. But I had this really big piece here yet, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can kind of get this piece to work here. It's going to cover up majority of that, but I wanted some of these elements that I already glued down to show. So I'm going to kind of peel back some of these, and then we should just be able to lay this right down, and it should be pretty much perfect. I got a little lower than where I wanted it, but it'll work out fine. Now this is actually where I go in with my art glitter glue, because we're gluing paper on paper. I figured the art glitter glue would work okay with this. So I probably could have still used the glue stick with her, but you know, it does matter. I am using a wooden tag just to kind of push everything down and make it all nice and flat, and making sure that everything's good in my corner there in the seam. And then we're gonna glue down our little flowers that we made here. But kind of made it look like she's sitting on the flower, so that's kind of why I wanted to put it down there. But here she is reading a book. Now we're going to get into project number 3, which is probably my least favorite, you guys. I was originally had the idea of turning the basket into a mushroom. I wanted it to be kind of like an outdoor mushroom. So that's the reason why I thought, because I wanted to wrap it something up that would be okay for outside. So I kind of went with this like plastic bag, because then the water would just kind of run off of it if it rained or whatever. So that was my originally idea behind wrapping it with this bag. I did also like the color of the bag. It was a little bit short, so I was trying to piece it together. So I'm kind of gluing down my edges here, and I'm cutting off all the excess, because I'm going to try to fill in some of the edges that are a little bit shorter to kind of make it a little bit more filled. But I'm trying to pull as tightly as I possibly can. You want it taut so it won't sag in the middle or nothing. So that's kind of my process behind this. My camera does end up shutting off majority of the time when I'm filming a lot of this. So you're not going to see everything, but you pretty much get the concept of it. I'm just basically going around and grabbing pieces and just kind of tucking them over. Here's where I'm starting to piece some of the smaller pieces along the edge. I'm going to glue up the top, and then I'm going to kind of fold it underneath the piece that is down below that didn't reach up to the top, and I'm going to glue those pieces together. Some of that gets cut off here because I have to pull it up closer to my face, like right here. So I just kind of cut that off. So this is what we have here. This is our project now, to where we have now, I originally, like I said, had an idea of making this an outside project, so I thought about maybe trying to find something that would work for the little spots. I had these little glass balls. Did not like that at all. They're kind of for like fish tanks or fillers for your vases or whatever. Did not like it. Absolutely hated it. I'll be honest. So I took them all off, and they peeled off really, really fast. And that's another thing too, is I'm using hot glue for all of this. So I don't know how well it's going to stick anyway. But then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go in with paper. It just probably won't be an outside project, because I just could not think of anything else besides like felt that would work for these little dots. I mean, if I had wood, like the wood circles or something maybe, or something like that, but I just did not have anything that I could figure out that would work for this to be an outdoor project that would make it look like a mushroom, unless I would do paint. And again, paint on plastic just would not work. So I just went with the little circles and glued them all down. So here we are now in our final reveal. Here's our little ladybug gnome here, and he's actually up on my whatnot. for sale. Yeah. He has a little bit of a shaggy beard. Looks like he got all wet and was a little... and here is our mixed media collage paper that we did with our pages, our book pages. I do really like how this turned out. I love how she's just in peace and in harmony with her little book. And she's just sitting on her little flower. I do like how that turned out. And here is our weird mushroom. Do have one little spot that didn't get completely covered, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but we're gonna roll with it. It's okay. It's just wasn't my original plan, and it didn't turn out everything that I wanted, but it will work. Guys, make sure you go check everybody else out at the playlist, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Make sure you hype, like, subscribe.